Alright, so this video we are going to talk about winter in my tiny house. So I've been sleeping in this tiny house since June 12th of 2016, and I just stopped sleeping in it recently around the beginning of February. So I got a propane wood stove that I used for maybe 2 weeks or so, and it worked really well. It didn't hold the heat the best, so I had to keep feeding the fire, but it wasn't too big of an issue, and it was just a little bit cold when I woke up in the morning, so that was completely fine with me, and it worked through some pretty cold days. I then had some issues because of the smoke blowing into our neighbor's yard and that kind of thing, so I got this heater, and now I've just been using this heater to heat up the loft space up here, so I haven't been using the downstairs of my tiny house at all. So the electric heater basically heats up the space pretty well. I run it as long as possible, and then if I wake up and it's cold, I would turn the heater on for a while. Sometimes I would fall asleep and then wake up and turn it off again, but it didn't hold the heat very well because it warmed up the space, but it wasn't really hot. Living in New York, there has been some really cold days, and I've definitely been under the covers a lot. Yeah, it's just cold. So that has not been the most effective way in which I can heat this space. I think the wood stove worked better, but at the moment where it's parked, it's not gonna work. So that's kind of been my experience, I guess, in terms of heat. One other thing I do want to mention that I would highly suggest that I haven't done myself is getting a trailer skirt. I think they cost, maybe for mine it would be about $150. I don't recall because I searched and was looking to buy one a while ago, but basically it keeps the wind from going under your tiny house if you have it on a trailer. I do. So basically I felt like the floor was always kind of colder, which wasn't a big issue because I wasn't really using the downstairs or the living room, that whole area, very much. I would suggest getting a trailer skirt if you don't already have one. It also protects against weathering and such. Things like your jacks that hold up your house level when you're not on the road or something. That would probably keep that in better condition for longer. So that's pretty much all I have to say. In the future, I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of heat. Hopefully, I will move the tiny house sometime and I'll be able to use my wood stove and that won't be an issue. But in general, it didn't hold the heat very well in the house, and that's because it's a converted propane tank and it doesn't really have much. So I do need to get some of those, I think they're called fire bricks, to help hold the heat a little bit longer and disperse it over a longer period of time. I was looking into propane before, but there's something about wood that I still really like. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And as far as, the fact that I'm not sleeping in my tiny house has zero to do with the fact that it's still a little bit cold or anything. I am now helping taking care of my grandpa, and so I stay at his house at night, and so I'm no longer sleeping here. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can leave them below. I would be happy to make more videos on this topic, but I don't exactly know what you guys want to hear. That's all I have. I will see you next video. I hope you're having an amazing day.